My parents who just came to the Philippines, Mudra and Pudra in the building. Upon their arrival, I took them to Isabel Daza's Jelly Time event, which was a BDSM event, I believe it's called.
The whole BDSM thing, I mean, I knew a lot about it because you see the movies, you see it in a lot of culture, but I don't know, it's just something I never really got into for my personally. I don't know. Do you think after seeing the event that perhaps this is something you may try?
I think it's something that's very intimate. Because for me, I was thinking like this takes a lot of time out of your day. That's what I was thinking. Like you really have to set aside time and day and intention. And I think for me, it would be...
much work.
I know.
Yeah, Will with efficiency answers.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Not efficient.
A guy who works too much and doesn't. Yeah, well, that's
too much
taking
work.
time off.
I don't want to do that.
That's inefficient.
No, let me see if I can schedule it.
But I think it's more like a hobby, right? It's like, is this a particular sexual hobby that you would get into?
No, it's probably not a hobby that I would spend time doing, but you know what? When you have a partner that you really love, you tend to explore and try new things together. And I would be open to doing that for fun if I believe that maybe my relationship is becoming mundane and we need to spice things up, because that's what Isabel explained when she guested on my podcast with her and her husband. Because they need to do different stuff. They feel young again,
team
right?
Building, but for
It's team building for couples.
Sexually.
So that's what I think is cool about it, and that's I think what would entice me to try something like that out. But for the time being, I feel like it's really time consuming. So you'd have to be really intentional with setting time aside to do that.
How do you think this is going to be received?
By who?
Filipino.
Well, by here.
I don't know, but my intention is to educate, just like I didn't know what I experienced and what I just watched, but I'm trying to learn and ask questions and educate myself and not be judgmental. Because it's really easy to be judgmental about something that you don't understand. So I'm trying to understand it. And, people like Belle or Say or my friends and people that were there, even Jacko. Jacko is a Catholic saint.
He's into BDSM?
I'm not going to speak on his behalf. I can't say he's into it, but he knew the girl that was doing it. And Jacko, he was telling me
Jacko knows everyone.
Earlier. Dude, Jacko, you know what? This is the thing about Jacko. He's so conservative and like super Catholic, but he's really well informed and he's educated. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to educate myself because, again, you go to Berlin, you go to Europe or something, and this will be a way more normal than being in Manila, right? But Jacko says, "Oh yeah, I've seen shows like that." And
Jacko's like a walking encyclopedia. But
he is. He's a walking encyclopedia. He just knows about it, and he was laughing at me like I'm a child because I'm naive and I've never seen this before. But yeah, at the end of the day, to answer your question, I hope that my listeners and viewers can come at it with an open mind. That doesn't mean you have to try it, but it's just to understand people that are different from you, because that's what I'm trying to do. And that's how we grow. And that's how you become a better and, kinder individual.
Yeah, you got to empathize with everyone.
You have to empathize with everyone.
And understand people from different perspectives. And I guess that's mostly what your vlog and podcast has been these last few years.
That's the purpose.
Traveling to different cultures and seeing different sub-segments of human society and trying to understand and figure it out. I mean, it's not a legal segment of human society, but, it's something you want to understand better.
Exactly.
And I don't know nowadays, because in my age, in my time, it's taboo to talk about it. I don't know now.
It's still taboo.
I mean, in your age now, here, talking about the Philippines, because in the States, it's something we can talk about all the time.
It's still very taboo in the Philippines to talk about this, but hey, that's why we're doing it, because I'm here to, kind of break these boundaries.
To untaboo it.
What I have of this understanding with taboo is when people don't talk about it, there becomes this misinformation or miscommunicative aspect that doesn't make things better. For instance, sex. Growing up in the US, we learn about sex education, how to use condoms, STD prevention, pregnancy prevention, all that stuff at a young age.
Is it middle school or elementary?
Yeah, we're 11 years old when we learn about that. Here in the Philippines, especially from my anecdotal experience in the province, dude, people are getting pregnant at like, bro, in Mindoro, Shavina, people are getting pregnant at like, what, 15 years old? And it's because it's, one of the reasons is because it's taboo. So no one wants to talk about it. But then people never get educated about it. And by becoming educated and by being informed, you can make better decisions through whatever course of action that happens in your life. And that's the purpose.
That's true. Yeah.
Right?
I think because the world is getting more globalized and our forms of media and communication are becoming more intrinsically connected.
I got a question for you, Will. Do you think that what we saw last night has been going on for a while here, and it's been underground, and it's just starting to break through the surface, get out and about, bring it to the attention of everybody that this is actually what's going on here, but no one's interested in bringing it up or talking about it?
Yes, I'm sure. Just like Jacko. I'm sure Jacko probably observed this or seen this before. It was probably before me and him worked together, because we talk about everything, and we've never talked about this. So it's probably been around for a while. What I like is people feeling comfortable being who they are, expressing themselves through whatever activities or art that they want to do, that they connect with. Because I know what it's like to feel disconnected, to feel insecure.
Well, I don't know if you mentioned this yet in the podcast, but there was a discussion prior to the event about the rules that they were going to. Here's how it works here.
Yeah.
And here's what we're going about. There's no touching, there's no disrespect. This is all for the betterment of people.
It was all done in a very mature manner. And yes, there are many guidelines, and the purpose of...
They set boundaries.
Yeah, to be fair, or to be honest at least, I didn't do enough of my job in educating myself because I missed it. I saw Say's post, like there's all these posters on the wall that kind of explain it, and I missed it because I was busy laughing and being a kid and seeing my friends and excited that I got to experience something new. But I do wish I educated myself more and read like the papers of what this is all about. It's a very safe thing within that community, right? I really commend Belle for throwing this type of event because it's so daring to do that in this country. She could get so much flack for it, and hey, it hasn't even been 24 hours since the event by me saying no one got canceled, no one got in trouble. Maybe not yet, maybe someone will. But it's really cool that she did this and she's pushing the boundaries, because at the end of the day, she is promoting open-mindedness. Everyone in the world is stuck in their own bubbles, and as we learn as travelers, right?
Yeah.
The whole purpose of why we travel is to become accustomed to things we don't know about.
To educate yourself as well.
Yeah.
With
So,
experience.
If you liked what you saw and you want to listen to the full episode, then download Spotify and follow us at SuperHuman with Will Dasovich. It's completely free, it's linked below and easy to use.